go so well. I started streaming earlier, and then my system blew up, so I had to get that corrected. But I was actually working for a bit there, um, having not noticed that my OBS went down to the left of my base because I have other windows I put up and cover things up, and it was dead. And then I started checking. Then I started clicking other places, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, this app isn't working, and that app's not working. I try to close things down, and then I turn to look. Oh, OBS is dead. I've been talking to myself for 10 minutes. So I shut everything down, rebooted, got it all back up, and then I had some video editing to do, so I did that for like the last hour. But that said, I am back. Let's see if I can get this thing plugged in. I was making progress, so hopefully that will continue. Let's see here. We're trying to get my API plugged into my Next.js application for the community, ultimate community ladder, which is, I changed the name in my head, but I haven't actually changed the name of the application. So the application is still ultimate neighborhood ladder, but I think community is better. All right, so let's go back to trying to get this authorization thing plugged in. So we're going to open up my AMG authorize, which is the application. I am, how come this continually thinks I am outdated? I updated the core tools last time. Let's see, 40405801. I'll update them both, but see, it says local version is 604, and this one says it's 80302. So I don't know what it's talking about. 80302 to 803. Is it like because it's updating like one little piece at a time? Is that what it's doing? So you have to keep updating until you get caught up? Maybe that's what it is. It's just updating them piecemeal instead of just doing the latest. Now it says 80303 is already installed. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. So the task at hand is getting this plugged in. All right, so I have my navbar JSX here. It had a problem with my code at one point. Oh, did I lose what I did? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. So let's get AMG authorized running. So that's running in the background. Get my API chugging away so that when I call it, if I call it successfully, it'll respond with proper login pieces and credentials. So yeah, so here's AMG authorized. Getting that back up and running. I can go ahead and minimize the app. And then we will go over to my terminal and attempt to run oh, wait, what? Oh, I'm in the wrong location again. Okay, so we should be able to click on this. Go see what we've got. Now, I was trying to fix a piddly little thing that was driving me bonkers. I'll say piddly. Piddly. Hey, look, it's white now. Why did it turn white now? I couldn't get it to turn white for my life earlier, but somehow I've got it turned white now. So I've got login up here. Again, that is not in the ideal position. It'd probably be better if it was sitting to the right aligned. Let's do something. Let's just say, let's go with, let's change this. I think it's probably at this one. We're going to say, we're going to call this nav menu items. How about nav menu right? And we will do that, and then I'm going to take this out because that really wasn't a thing. I mean, it wasn't until I put that in here. And then I'm going to go over to my JSX here, and we're going to say right. And then we're going to go back up here to my CSS, and we're going to say line items, and we will call it, wait, baseline, center, end. What is end? Line items, start, stretch, unsafe. I don't want to do center or baseline. I want to go align items right. Where's what am I doing wrong here? Wait. How about align right? How about align content? Text align? Alright, how about text align? Text align. No? Okay. Right, there we go. I didn't do anything. Stayed right there. Let's go Control S. And it went black again. Look, my text went black again. So obviously, something is still wonky. Nav menu right. Okay, so I would have thought the items would have been... Alright, let's go items. Let's go see if that works. Otherwise I have to maybe... Let's go items. Items, what you would think would mean something though. Text, or... I mean... I feel like if it's inside of the link should be getting this, right? And how come it went back to black? It should still be nav menu right. I didn't do anything but change the title, and it still gets the right. Should still be right. I'm obviously not right. I'm obviously wrong. Text align. All right. What else could this be? Align items. Baseline center, nope. Self and start. Font. Nah, I didn't think so. Text. It has to be text align. But it's not showing up as that. Let's try something else, and we will, because it's not really complaining other than the fact that it's not working. For whatever reason. Menu align right. Alright, let's do Control S. Or not. Is it thinking about it? Oops, did I open the wrong? Nope. Okay, what is going on here? How come I can't, how come I can't stop this? Well, no, I don't want to paste 4 items. What I want to do is stop it. I'm hitting Control S, but it won't stop. File, let's see, add folder, workspace, save workspace as, save as, save. It's great, but that's not letting me stop this. Alright, well, let's, maybe it isn't, maybe, is it not Control S to stop? Control Q? It's not stopping! Alright, well, let's go to my terminal window thing, come it. PowerShell, Visual Studio, stop. How do I stop PowerShell? Stop running PowerShell. How to end running command. Oh, well, I need Control Break because that's not even a. I mean, it's not. I put Visual Studio. It should have been Visual Studio Code. Stop. VS Code. Control. Oh, is it Control K? And then Control S? What? Control K? Why Control K? What is that? Control Enter. Why won't this stop? Or is it already? It's not already stopped, right? I can't even make that go away. How do I make that go away? I've got whatever that is a thing that's stuck in my face now. All right, well, okay. VS Code stop project. Control Shift C? Maybe that's the problem. Is it Control Shift C? Control Shift C. Nope. Control Shift C. I cannot get this to terminate. It will not terminate. It's like, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and run forever. Clear terminal. Look, I can't even get this cursor to do anything. Not Control S, it's not Control Shift S, Control, oh yeah. Why is this such a pain? Control Shift C. Oh, is it Control C? Oh, I know, I said Control C. Oh, yeah, well, it is Control C. I was doing Control S, and I know it's Control C. It's like, wait a minute, why am I saying Control S? Arg. All right, let's try this again. I'm not sure why I can't get rid of whatever this is now, because it seems to be stuck in my face. How do I make this go away? Go away. Oh, okay. All right. Should be opening up a window for me. There it goes. Still doesn't explain to me why that button's not working. And it's, oh, there it is. Login's on the right. So I must have to reboot it to get this to work. That's way to the right. That's like so far to the right. It's like too much to the right. I gotta put a buffer or something on that. At least we're getting there. Pieces are starting to show up, right? Slowly but surely. All right, so I gotta put a buffer of some kind on that. So this thing has a buffer. So they're putting that as class name navbar. So what has navbar got on it? They got it just a little bit from the left, right? Margin left, 2 rem. What the heck is a rem? Let's put it at 2 rem, because it looks like about the right amount. But I want, is it margin buffer or right margin buffer? I mean, oh, that's margin left, okay. 2 rem. All right, margin right. Let's do the same thing, man. Margin right. 2 rem. I don't know what a rem is. But whatever this does, it does not take into effect immediately. I don't know why. But it won't take into effect apparently until after I reboot. So you can't make your, well, at least I can't make yeah, see there, that worked. Okay, so we got that there for all that work. So we got the login line now, and it's based on the existence of a token. So we got to get a token. We got to try to get a token next. We could also have log in and log out on this menu that does the same thing, because I think it should have it. Or I could even have log out, or maybe I just leave it all the way up there. But for now, let's just stick with getting that one to work. So we'll go close this guy. So we have a login button now based on the exist token, which is being determined by this local storage get item access token. Okay, so now we don't want to auto log in, but we're going to give them the option. So when we go to login, we got to go to, well, a page of some kind. I have it set up to go to login, so I should probably change that to call it, how about auth login? Or I can change it to auth. Maybe if I just change it to auth. What if I just change it to auth, it'll take me to the default page. The default page does what? Because what if you go to the, there shouldn't be a login option. You shouldn't come to auth unless you don't have a login, right? So, but if somebody does, like they link to it and they go to auth, I should just say if they're already logged in, it'll just take them to the home page. I think I will do that. So we'll do a login, and we're going to do the same basic thing. So we're going to go back to my GPT, because he already wrote the code. Mr. GPT wrote the code for me already. Oh, of course. Maybe he didn't. Let's see if I can get it back. Because my computer crashed, and so now I have to go back, and everything that I had left up is now gone. So whatever. This is today. .NET Next.js auth consume API. Let's try this one. Okay. Handling. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got for this info? How do I use .NET Web API for authentication in Next.js? I got to re-add my question. What if I have a bearer token? Okay, so we have that login. Oh yeah, and then I had to ask it because it told me where to put some. It told me I had to use sending bearer token to API request. When making requests to protected routes in your .NET API from Next.js, include the bearer token in the authorization header. Store the bearer token. After receiving the token from the API, you store it in memory, local storage. I did that. I got the local storage bit using Next.js auth.js. Using nextauth.js. Optional if you prefer to use nextauth, you can manage the bearer token within the session as shown below. This is kind of, I don't know if I want to do it within the session. Protecting routes. Ensure that the protected routes, oh that's good. Handling logout, error handling. Oh, this gives me more information. It's not everything I wanted, but it's not all the stuff that it gave me last time. But generate a return bearer token. Ensure your .NET API generates and returns a bearer token. Upon successful authentication, this is typically done in your login endpoint. Yeah, I got that. Okay, so it's not the exact question or the exact thing, but we're closer. Kind of get myself back to the point I was. Config nextauth if using. Configure identity and authentication. I already got that. Oh, this is already doing bearer. Use bearer for just JSON web token based authentication. Configure program CS or startup to include authentication. Yeah. Create login, register, refresh token endpoints, which I already have. Set up Next.js app, NIPS, nextauth. So they are using nextauth. Configure nextauth.js if using nextauth. Stop, kid. Do it. Alright, so we've got to get to the point now. Should I use nextauth? You may need to create a custom provider for handling authentication against your .NET API. I don't know if I want to do that. All right, let's try to rephrase my question again. How do you use? All right, I wish. Is there a way to save what? Um, what you got from him? Oh, okay. So this might be the one I was looking at. All right. And a custom hook client side. This is what I was doing. I was creating the custom hook because I think this would give me the better approach. So function use AMG authorize. They have a use auth. I mean, whatever. I changed it to use AMG authorize because that's what I'm using. I'm using that call, so I'm going to do that. And then this is my call. We got the links. We've got the information we need. Now I just need to implement this. So if they click on log in, I want to send them back to this page. And so, but I don't want to go to, I want to go to auth page, sorry. And then I don't necessarily want to send them to the account page automatically. Okay, so I want to send them, we're going to have to figure out, how to implement the authorization requirements of a page. I haven't got to, but we will. First, we just got to implement the call and make sure it knows. Like, we can just get the login to say, hey, all's good. And if I click on it, it takes me to my login page. So we're going to have this page, which is going to be said login page. And they have, basically, we're going to do what they did, where they create this code here. This is my copy code, and then we're going to go here. Now, I already have this piece in place, but oops, I didn't go. There it goes. Okay, we don't need this because actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say we'll say, okay, so we'll say login, that's fine. But I want to import, what is it that I want to import? I want to import my login.js. I'm going to do that because that's what I'm going to call. I'm going to call the function in login.js. So we're going to go use router, handle login event, prevent default, and basically it's going to be instead of this. We're going to go constant. We're going to say what does it return? The login token? It returns data.token. Okay. We're going to say constant get token, or how about constant user token equals oh wait, it's not called that, it's called use AMG authorize. There we go. And it puts in the import for me. Okay, and that's going to give me the user token back. Although I think I cut out too much of my function here. Yeah, put in this guy. And what am I missing here? We got constant, and we have that guy, and oh, yeah, we have squiggly brace. All right, so we have squiggly brace, and so we got this squiggly brace guy is going to go up with this squiggly brace guy, which is obviously not matching up. Oh, the handle login is way bigger. So we're going to take, if I take that out, oh, maybe I don't need this piece. That's handle login. There we go. Okay, so we got the handle login is going to go here. We're going to go login page, and then we're going to use whatever the stuff we need. And we're going to get the user token back. Use AMG authorize once they do the login, and that's going to be down here somewhere. Submit, submit, and that's not supposed to be username. This is email. And this will probably be email as well. Oops. Set username, set password. Why is it set username? Oh, set. How about set email? Go away. Email, we're going to go Control C, we're going to put that in here as set email. Oops. Okay, and yeah, so we're going to go handle login, and we've got the AMG authorized. We're going to get our user token back. So I wonder if I should have like a conditional on here that if they come to the login page some way, somehow, directly, and they're already logged in, we redirect them. So we want to redirect them back to the home page, so they can't really come to the login page. So form obstacle email. So I got to figure out how I can just auto test let's do this part. We'll have another function, and we will go, I probably have this kind of set up wrong. I probably should have this up here. We're going to go, oops, wrong one. We're going to go back to log. Wait, where's my API? Oh, here's the page. Yeah. I'm going to say this is my login page, and this is the handle login. But the login page, which has my return information, is actually going to be, let's go constant. We're going to go local storage. Do I need to do anything to get local storage in there? I don't think so, but no, okay. Local storage dot get item. Oops. Local storage. It isn't dot get item. Dot. Nope. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I did it again. Dang it. I'm going to say exists user equals dot local storage dot get item access token. And we'll go to that. And then we just do something like if I'm always kind of thrown in the whole if exists user token. See, I know I'm getting myself caught up in non-React think. If exists user token equals let's say if a all right, how about if exists user token equals null. We do this. Or how if well, not equal to null. Ooh, oh, don't do that. I'm probably doing the not equals wrong too. No, not right now. We're gonna go squiggly. I think I probably have to bracket these guys too. Maybe. I think I might be getting myself C-sharpenized. My brain is probably going off kilter here. Redirect. Oh wait, no. Not equal to, oh, okay, that's right. No, okay. Redirect. String number your. We're going to say redirect home. Home? Home. Can I just say dot dot? No. I can't remember. What is the redirect command? Oh, okay. Whatever. What was I going to say? I'm looking for redirect to home next JS. Routing redirecting. I know it's got to remember what the redirect function is. Is it redirect or something else? Redirects. Import redirect from next navigation. Oh, so I have to. So is it just home? Oh, I think it's just redirect dot dot or quote quote. Is that it? Or is it not liking that? Doesn't like something here. What is this? I have next dist serve API utils. All right, well, let's see how blown up my code is. Oh, it's not. Okay. Well, what happens if I end up here? That's the question. So this has it to be, I have this currently pointing at login. which is not a thing. It's auth. So let's go back to my navbar.jsx, and we're not going to have it go to login. We're going to have it go to auth. Should be auth login, but I'm just going to call it auth because that's all it is. Let's see, what's this say? Oh, it says auth. All right, so if I click on it, what happens? All right, we blew up, but that's okay. We actually went to auth, and we're on page JS. We're on page JS. We're somewhere. It still says auth. Okay. You're importing a component that needs use state. It only works in client component, but none of its parents are marked with use client. So they're server component by default. Oh, do I need to write this as use client? Navbar is not a use client. Oh, it is use client. Oh wait, but this one, this guy is not marked as use client. Because we're supposed to be doing use. All right, so we're gonna go control home. Home. And I'm going to go use client. I don't know if that's going to be the thing that's going to fix it, but it's certainly going to be more on par with my other pages. Nope, it isn't, because those are not use client. I wonder if I should be doing this in the server. Because if these are server, Next.js is all server. It puts a bunch of it back to the server. That means expected blah got into file. What? 34, 35, 36, okay. We are in login.js. Oh, we're way over here. What was it expecting? Oh, am I missing a closure? Constant login. Oh, that's gonna be tab. Yeah, we got too many. So if that's the try. If blah, 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 blah. But that's squiggly. That squiggly should be the try squiggly, right? Curly, I don't know, curly braces, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this try goes here. But this whole bit should be trying to figure out where all my squigglies are. Alright, so this guy is not lined up correctly with anything. So this constant, alright, I gotta go see what my constant's supposed to be here. Alright, so we got the login. got the login async, username, password. And then we have a squiggly brace, or curly brace. We got the constant response await curly brace, which is right there to there. No, that's the header. And then this guy is this one, which is part of that guy, and that one's this one. Okay, so we've got those guys linked up correctly. And we got this one linked to that one. And then there shouldn't be one down here, and there's not. And then we got the end of the try catch, which is supposed to be that one. Okay, so we got try catch and then that one. And then we have one more that I guess is that one, but that login equals async bit, that one must be the one that closes the whole thing. Okay. So it sounds like this should be another squiggly brace. It's going to connect my top one there. Because that's the try, that's the catch. This is the constant login, and then this one is the close. Okay. Well, okay, so we cleaned up that. Not mounted. Okay, so I think shoulders all wigging out. Okay, I'm not totally sure I want to do use state, to be honest. I want to try and, I think I might want to try and do this on the server side. I mean, why do I need to be on the client side? If I do it on the server side, whatever I just don't feed them the page, right? If it's not authorized, I don't give them the page. But if it is authorized, I can give the page. But I can do that from the server. So I just don't show him that single page if that page is not valid, the component. But let's go see. It did actually, it does actually mention using this from the server side. Authenticate, obtain bearer token, store the token, consume the API token, handle expire token. Example, API route. Client side. What if I do in an API route server side? If you're handling authentication on the server side, for example, in an XJS API route, you can store the token in a cookie or in a session. So I still have to put the token on the client side. But I'm also using, in a custom hook, which is client side, you can also create a custom React hook to manage the token, useful for managing authentication state across your application. See, I like the hook. I want to use the hook, I think. But trying to figure out the best way to approach this. I just want to get it to work. I mean, really, ultimately, it just comes down to making it work. And then if there's a better way, I'll figure that out later. I think I'm doing, it's just like when you're going to learn to do something, you want to learn to do it the best way, you know? And they tell people, I don't want to do it the crappy way. I want to do it only the best way. Because I've never done it the crappy way. All right, so What have I got here? It's, so if I go to login, it's not complaining anymore. It's not red anymore. Though it's blank. Did I not put in my, oh wait, no, that's not the right spot. API, this is, there we go, page, okay. So if we go to login, why don't I have form? Why aren't these pages, aren't these values there? Auth, we are on auth. So something didn't redirect correctly. Or it failed this. Is there a way to, can you, oh, there's gotta be a way, right? There's a way, right? If I do this. Add a breakpoint. All right, add a breakpoint. Let's see what that does. Let's see what happens if I add a breakpoint. Error, next router is not mounted. What do you mean next router is not mounted? Do I need to have some sort of, how does this page mount? Next link? Do I need to put in next link? Because that one has it. Next navigation. Import link. I think it's declared, but its value is never read. Okay. So, do I import redirect from next navigation? Nav bar, force, dashboard layout. Maybe it is next navigation. Do I have import next navigation on here? But its value is never read. Huh. And what's the problem? Oh, stop it. Next router was not mounted. I must be using it wrong. I must be missing something. Source client router.ts. I'm obviously missing an import or some kind of command. But why isn't it not? Okay, so I'm going to open up my other app, my example, my Dojo help desk, which does all this stuff. Well, most of it. So the individual page is right here. Let's go here, look for an example of a redirect. Because that's the complaint it has, right? It's complaining about my redirect. Oh, it says use router. Why is it trying to use router? Is router even part of this thing? Is that even a part of this app? Because this is how I want to do it. Oh, it is. Import use router from next navigation. That's the delete button. Okay. All right. Well, let's go. All right. Let's put this in my. Let's put this in my page. And it's going to be my login page. Well, it's not complaining about that. But I do have use router from next router and next navigation. I'm not sure I like both of those being in there. I shouldn't have both. The name use router is defined multiple times. Yeah, see it. Do they do, okay, so which one is he using? Well, I copied his. He's using next navigation. I want to know the difference. next navigation versus navigation versus next router. The use router from next router is to be used in the pages folder, the initial way of setting up routes in Next.js. Since version 13, they introduced a new directory called app, used when you say yes to the last question shown in the below image. See, that's what I think I'm using as app router. Built on top of server components where you define routes differently and use router from next navigation. See, I think next router is not obsolete, but it can only be used within the pages router. Can next navigation be in pages router? Assuming Next.js is at least version 13, which it is. Next router and next navigation both are similar and serve the same purpose. Next router is the oldest package for navigation. It's more lightweight and built for basic routing needs. It is useful for simple applications that don't use modern feature Next.js. Is the newer routing for it is more powerful package that provides several advanced features such as app router, link, use router hook, etc. Okay, so that's it. I'm using next navigation, and I don't care about this one. So we'll just dump that one. That's the old one anyway. That's so I was putting in the right one, and the old one is the other one. All right. Email's not defined. What do you mean email's not defined? It is too. Oh. Now it is. I have a login page. Hey, small victories, man. So now I have successfully gone from my home page. So if I go to home and hit enter, it's not pretty by any means, but then if I click on my login page, it takes me to here. I would like to keep my other stuff kind of happy and in place, so I'm going to have to put in the other stuff. Now, I may not want it to show exactly all the stuff though, because I want my home page, which is here, which shows layout.js here. I kind of want it to hold my same stuff, because it's like I rerouted, but you see I got navbar and children. So children, I don't know what the heck children's supposed to be, but this is just my home page, right? My page is this, welcome, blah blah blah. We got this. There's nothing there, but I want when I route, I want this to look the same. So I basically need this same layout, navbar and children. I guess I don't put anything different. There's really nothing here to say that's different. I just need to have a layout page that's on there. It's going to let me put all my other junk. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to copy this page, and then we're going to go over to my auth location here. I'm going to go Control V, and that should put essentially the same thing on here, and except now I have a login page. Yay! Okay, but the difference is I want my page not to have the login link when I'm on the login page. That should not exist. If I'm on the login page, I shouldn't have that thing. Okay, so that's part of it. So can I go to my nav bar where I have the login thing here? Link. Okay, so this is login, hello, whatever. I don't want this piece. If we're on how do I know what page we're on? Is there a way to, how do I determine the current page I'm on? Because if I can tell the current page I'm on, I would just say visible is false or something like that. Can I do that? Can I say visible? Visible? Nope. All right, let's see, how do I set visibility property? Well, we're slowly getting there. We're gonna make this work. It's getting slowly but surely. Haven't quite gotten to where it's actually calling my thing yet, though. Set visibility of link in React. Visibility equals, all right, visibility equals. It didn't really accept that, but we'll try it. We'll see what it says. Maybe it turns into something valid when I do this. Visibility equals, then what? We're gonna go that, and then we're gonna say there's got to be a way. All right, how do I get the name? Get name of current page in React. To get the current route in React Router, we use the useLocation route. useLocation returns an object that contains information on the current page. Some of these properties are path name, the name that comes after the domain name, e.g. products. Oh. The current, some of these properties are path name, the part that comes after the domain name. Okay. So we're going to say, let's see this. useLocation. No. All right. Let's go up here and see if it's up here. Constant. Current page equals use the no. Okay, that's not working. How about Next.js? I mean, if you're looking to get the current URL path in a server component, you have two main options. Convert the server component to a client component and use path name. Use path name. Do I need anything else even? Is that all I need? Equals login. Login? Is that right? I don't know if it's capital, that's what I'm saying. Then hidden, or is it hidden or true? Else false. I don't know. Let's see here. Am I getting anywhere? Can I break right here? And then go Control S. And then go here. And refresh. Will refresh make me break? No. And it won't show this either. So I don't know if the breakpoints actually work in Next.js. I don't remember stepping through my code in Next.js when I did this before. I'm starting to have my doubts. But in the meantime, we will try restart, see if that does it. Oh. Guess I have to open me a new window. Okay, it didn't work, and it didn't break. Okay, so we know the breakpoint doesn't do anything. Or at least it doesn't do anything the way I'm doing it. All right, so I don't I don't know. I'm obviously not checking something correct. Use path name. Is that a, should I have parentheses on this? It's not erroring. It's not saying I'm making a syntactical error. Or maybe I am. See, that should have disappeared. No, because it's not called login, it's called auth. Still didn't work. Oh, it's visible and hidden. Not true and false. So we're going to say false. And visible. No. Hidden and visible. All right. Yeah, hidden. Oh, and they're in the they're quoted. Okay. Now. Still there. We are having no trouble getting here, that's for sure. But I don't know. All right, let's see what current page is returning. I don't even know what current page is returning. Is there a way to tack that on to my thing here? Let's go. I'm just gonna take current page, and then we're gonna say, oh, I don't know. Let's put it at the top. UL show sidebar. Yeah. On click show sidebar. Oh, that's fine, but I don't. Oh, we're in the wrong place. We need to go to my login. And then up here, we're just going to say, I don't know, what am I going to put in here? Let's just go. Wait, it's not going to work. I can't make that show that because I'm not even on the same page. Okay, I'm supposed to be here. This guy needs to show it. Let's put it. Let's put it right here. You know, usable spot right next to the image. Or better yet, let's put it in the link because that'll be annoying. Just because I want to see what that does. It should show up here as something, right? Or not. All right, let's go Control C, Control C, yes, restart. Some things don't work. I mean, it's because I got an error, I think, in here, and it doesn't refresh correctly if you have a compile error or something's broken. At the moment, I'm trying to figure out what that is, so of course it's not going to work until I get everything worked out. So, which makes sense. It doesn't know what to do with what I'm doing, right? Like, what is this mess you're throwing at me? Nope. All right, let's be I know this works. So we're gonna do this. Oops. I mean, current page might not be loading anything because I don't know if that used path name is working. And that's the problem. I'm trying to get it to show me what it thinks I'm telling it to put up. See, there's nothing there. So current page isn't doing anything. Do I have use path name? Am I using use path name correctly? Import use path name from next navigation. Constant. Oh, it is supposed to be these. It is supposed to be a method of sort. There we go. There we go. Huh. Obvious. That's so obvious, man. And there it is. Off. Okay, so let's go back and change this back to what it's supposed to be. It still didn't tell me. I mean, it's still showing it. So it is /auth, which is this. If current page equals /auth, it's supposed to be hidden. I'm supposed to not even see this. But yeah, that didn't work. So something is still amiss because my visibility property didn't work. So all right, so I changed the login, but this didn't do anything. Current page equals auth, which it did, but it didn't make it not visible. Oh, it's style with visibility being in here. Oh, so the problem is I did it totally wrong. The problem is I don't know what I'm doing and I don't bother to read things all the way through. Yeah, I don't need all that details. I like to be able to do, I like doing things longer and more difficult. Making my life more difficulty. Okay, difficult? More difficult. All right, so it's style equals, and then we're gonna do squiggly, squiggly, and we're gonna go visibility, which is not going to be anything like that. It's gonna be more like that. And then we're gonna go current page. Okay, comma, current page. Why doesn't it like this? Dum, dum, dum. We should have two squiggly breaks, or another squiggly bracket back here. Oh, I should not be doing this though. Okay. All right, stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. Okay, so we're gonna go back to my other thing here. Aha, it's gone. So we're gonna go here, go back to the home page. The login is there. The login's not there because it's down here. Yes, progress is progress. I'll take it. Okay, so I've got a login page. Now for the big drum roll, please. Gotta make it actually grab a token for me. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just plug something in. Let's see what nonsense happens if I put in this test email line, which I don't even know if, I don't think this actually works. Well, I may have it in a catch-all or something. Oops. Hey, how come I can't paste? It's like, no, we're not doing no stinking pasty. Why can't I paste? I even copied. It's not going to let me paste. Copy. Oh, there it is. That was weird. Okay. And then we'll go over here. Copy. This is a very high-tech password, too. This is... I mean, it's got a lot of good stuff going on in it, but still. I mean, you know, jambalaya stuff. Okay, so this is gonna do something. Or maybe it's not. I could be totally wrong about that. It may not do squat. Okay, yeah, we're supposed to be doing something. So when I click to that, it should have done the submit, and then I have a net handle login, constant handle login equals async event, constant user token equals, you know what, this is, I wonder if I have to do this thing though, and probably put that in after it. I mean, that's still not a, it's not an excuse for failure. ANG gamer. Error. What's it saying? Hooks can only be called inside of the body of a function component. This could happen for one of the following reasons. You might have mismatched versions of React. The renderer. That is not impossible. You might be breaking the rules of hooks. You might have more than one copy of React in the same app. Wait, what? I hope I don't have that. See https react.js.org link for tips about how to fix this problem. Okay, well, that's possible. So, hooks can only be called inside the body of a function component. Okay, so I did create a component, but aren't I in the body of a function component? Isn't this a hook? Oh. Wait. Login.js. Use AMG authorize. Is the problem in the, oh, it's in the login page. So it is. It doesn't like use AMG authorize. But it's going in. It's going into AMG authorize though. Hooks can only be called. All right, just to make sure that I know what's going on here, is the problem that I'm calling this? I think it is, because it says at, but then it goes into the page. Why is it going in and then hitting this constant token set token you say? Is that because it knows I'm a hook? See, that's what I'm throwing. It's throwing me off. Okay, so let's go here. Can I comment this? What's the comment line? Forgot. It's always different, man. I think it's is it the /? That looks pretty commented, huh? What is this gonna do? Alright, so I'm gonna hit am gamer at, and we'll paste this back down. And if it doesn't give me the same error, I mean nothing's gonna happen without that, but it should just basically do nothing. Okay, well, I basically did nothing. So it had no problem with that because it said handle event, and well, there we go. Had nothing to do. I just set a bunch of constants, and then it said, okay, now what? Because none of this stuff triggered, right? So now if I do this, it is complaining. It's going to reload, and if I hit AM Gamer at romerofamily.com, and then we'll put this in, and then I'll hit this, and it'll blow up. Yeah, okay, there we go. So it is complaining about my calling AMG authorize. I'm obviously not allowed. You can only be called inside the body of a function component. I thought this was a function component. Maybe page is not a function. Because it says, oh wait a minute, oh yeah, it says it is a function right there. This is a function component, right? It's like inside the body of a function component. Done. So what did I do? Or maybe you can't call it as part of the constant? Use state, la la la. See, it's not even, that's not even the problem. It's like, it's complaining once I'm in my login. See, AMG authorize. And then it goes, use state, use router, async, login, async, username, password. So is it doesn't like something here. I guess I'm not fully versed on what makes something a hook, because it's telling me a hook can't be called. But why is this a hook? That's all I'm curious about. Why is this a hook? Well, is it the calling a use state? I mean, let's go see if I can tell the difference in the code that this gave me. Okay, so example of a custom hook. So this is saying, oh, I mean, I did all this stuff, right? So it's calling this a hook. For whatever reason, that makes this a hook. Is it because of the async call here? No, because there's an await fetch there. Of course, that says, yeah, await fetch. That one has the await fetch too, constant. You can also, all right. What makes a function into a hook in Next.js? For a function to be recognized as a hook, it must follow naming conventions. Aha! Similar to other React hooks like useState, the use prefix makes a function to be recognized and treated as a custom hook. Oh, really? Interesting. So you basically, the new use hook in React 19. Uh-oh, what's my wife sending me? Let's go see what my wife's sending me. Hold on, I know it's a distraction, but it's getting late. Oh, it's already after 5 o'clock. It's like post-work hours. Social. But I gotta go see, because she sent me something. I don't even know where she sent it at. She sent it here? No. Here we go. Instagram. Okay. Boy, she's been on a roll, sending me stuff all day.
Yeah, me too. I can't even finish this coffee.
Me either.
Are you alright? What are you,
Yeah, just something I learned at yoga. It helps you digest.
do you think you could digest later? I think you're getting in people's way.
Yeah, I just really hate feeling bloated.
Well, it's better to feel bloated than look mental. That's what I always say.
Hang on.
Kitty.
Oh, calm down. Wasn't a fart. That's what you're thinking. That wasn't a fart, everyone. I just ate too fast. I gulped a lot of air with my food, and now the noise you're hearing is that air being released. Relax. It's just the movement of air.
Yes, the movement of air out of your...
What?
It's not coming out your ears, is it? It's coming out your arse. You are blowing air out of your arse, which the last time I looked was the dictionary definition of a fart. In a restaurant.
Oh, and you're shouting. Think someone needs to relax. Have a stretch. Release some air.
Holy cow.
The last time, it's just air. I'll prove it to you. Put your face down here.
You've got to be joking.
No, I'm gonna prove. I'm full. Forget.
Our first house nearly never got built. My wife was so bent on helping the builder. Woman, I said, leave that poor man alone and make us some coffee. Not that kind you've been buying either. Instant Maxwell House coffee. Red jar.
Wow.
Good to the last.
Tell you, man.
Maxwell House.
Commercials commercials of old. I'm old for saying it that way. Were
For a long time.
were kind of crazy. Woman, go make some coffee. Leave that man alone. Go make some coffee.
Our first
All right, let's see. What other nonsense is she sending me?
Careful! Not too hot. Oh!
Okay, so so we went to a garage sale, and there was this thing. It was like it looked like a chair with handles. It had wheels and a chair with handles. I said it looked like a green machine from the old days, you know, except it had no pedals. I'm like, how the heck does it go? What the heck is that thing? So my wife sent me a video of what the heck it was, and now I want one. How do I even reply to this? Haha. She says, "I know we should have bought it." It was some big garage sale somebody had. I'm like, "What the heck is that thing?" And it's like now she showed me a picture of some kid having. It was like she didn't know how to control it, and it was just going nuts. And and I'm like, "Oh, that looks so fun." When you feel like you are drowning in life, don't worry, your lifeguard walks on water. Ha ha ha. I mean, yeah, but yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so we have made progress. Now I just got to figure out what I'm doing wrong and calling my hook. Now how do I reference my hook? How do I call it from within my login page? Because it's a custom hook, so I gotta put it in something, and obviously I'm doing something wrong, right? So the problem is, it says I'll only be inside the body of a function component. Well, I thought this was a function component. So oh wait, I keep going to the wrong page. It has function, and this is a component, or maybe it's not. Okay, I got it. I got it. I'm getting confused in the nomenclatures. That's what's throwing me off. Okay. Let's see. How to call a hook from a page in Next.js. Okay. Running hook inside page.jsx. Next.js can use hooks on a page, React client hook and server component, exploring the power of custom hooks in React Next.js, how to use hook, React hook, use state, error, rules of hooks, client side data fetching with use effect, routing, linking, and navigation. I don't know. How do you use hooks in JSX? Okay, let's just try this. Only call hooks at the top level. Don't call hooks inside loops, conditions, or nested functions. Oh, is it because is it not complaining about my function so much as the fact that my function is using other functions? Like, yeah, but my use auth, which is use state, use router, has use state and use router in it. So those are all being used according to, ChatGPT. I'm just playing on the thought that perhaps it knows what it's doing, but it doesn't like, see, it's saying something about this line here. It's not saying my problem was use AMG authorize. My problem is that it's say I can't use state, which is interesting because it's complaining about line 6, not line 5 or the line that called this. You might have mismatched versions of React and Render, such as React DOM. You might be breaking the rules of hooks. You might have more than one copy of React. All right, let's see here. Let's go see what ChatGPT thinks about this nonsense. ChatGPT. We're gonna go, what is wrong with this code? Wait a minute, what do you mean? Oh, wow. That's not, I should have given a little bit more information. ChatGPT is like, well, duh. So why am I getting the error with my code then? Because I do have that in my auth page here. All right, so this is the thing here. Let's take care. So it sounds like, yeah, it's how I'm calling it that's a problem. Server-side rendering issues. If your Next.js application is using server-side rendering, use router can sometimes cause issues because the router is not available on the server side. In such cases, you might encounter errors if you're trying to access the router during server-side rendering. To handle this, ensure that you are checking if the code is running on the client side before using use router. You can do this by using a condition like const router equals use router. Now you can safely use router. Incorrect usage use state or use router. Ensure that you are not misusing use state or use router in a way that violates React's rules of hooks. For example, don't call these hooks conditionally or inside loops. Next.js configuration. If there are any custom configurations in your Next.js setup, they might interfere with the use router hook. Okay, so am I using use router? Well, I am using use router. Huh. I mean, I'm using it right here. I'm not using it inside of the AMG authorize. It's like, and I don't use it if code exists, so I shouldn't be doing anything. If your Next.js application is using server-side rendering, because if I redirect, it's not even going to be here. So if it even comes to that, I shouldn't even know. I'm not putting it in a loop. I don't even know what I'm doing with the user token. What exactly am I expecting to happen here? I mean, I'm not even getting the user token to do anything with it. All right, so in a way that violates React's rules of hooks. For example, don't call these hooks conditionally or inside loops. Well, this isn't a loop and it's not conditional, but it is calling it within the handle login. Maybe that's the problem. It's not. It's in the handle login event. Okay, other errors. The error might not be directly related to the snippet, but could be caused by other parts of the code interacting with this hook. All right, so it does kind of give me an idea. So I mean, ChatGPT is kind of helping out. Let's go see. Can I call a custom hook inside of an event? Handler. Calling custom hooks in event handler. Correct. React hooks can only be called from the body of functional components and other React hooks. They can be conditionally invoked. Oh, so I can't call it in an event handler. Ugh. How does that work? Huh. All right. You should leverage the use effect hooks dependency in your custom use fetch to refresh the list of items. Add some local component state to represent the currently selected location. Use your buttons on click callback to update the state and trigger a re-render, which then will rerun your custom hook. Let's see what that's doing. It's a constant, blah, 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 use state, use effect. Let's stimulate the API call with 2-second response time. Effect, callback triggers, then location updates. Function, app. Use ref, use state, use fetch my API. Pass location value to hook. Return on button clicked, refresh button, on click, on button clicked. Constant select location equals. So maybe I need to try use effect. Then if I could use, so how do we know that constant location? So they do have, the back end? Oh, hey, no, sorry, I didn't see your thing. I got caught up in what I'm doing, trying to stare at this. The back end for my call is actually going to be SQL Server. My AMG authorize code is actually written, it's an API that I wrote in Blazor. Well, it's not Blazor. It's a web API written in C#, ASP.NET. So when this calls, it's going to call this this API. So I've got API. This is the login, the weather forecast. I finally got it all displaying correctly. But now I'm actually trying to trigger the call to my API, which is took me long enough to get here. But now, but it's saying I can't use my use effect. Apparently, I can't do this. I can't put it inside my event handler because that breaks the rules of hooks, hook rules. So I got to figure out how I'm going to trigger this when they click handle the login. So now I've got email and password. I think the idea is I think I have the right idea with this piece of code. I just got to understand what it's doing for sure. But if I do a use effect, I think if I understand it correctly, it's actually when the code changes and it does call this event handler, that's when it's going to try to log in, and hopefully at that point it'll reroute. I'm trying to figure out, okay, so yeah, so it should reroute back to the home page because I have my AMG authorize code right here. So this is my auth, wait, no, wrong one, login, which I really have to change the name of this. So this is going to be called here, going to process, and then when we're done, we're going to assign it to the local storage, the data token, and then we're going to return, which, by the way, I should probably not be returning. I should probably just be redirecting back to my home page, which is what I'll do. But anyway, no, that's the idea. The back end is going to be SQL. The database, the API authorize is already using SQL Server as the backend. It's already functional. I got that updated, got that working a couple weeks ago. I spent several days actually trying to get my Blazor app to consume it, which should have been easy, right? Because it's Blazor, which is C#, which is the API is written in C#, but it was actually a lot more convoluted. And getting it to, I could not find anywhere where my C# code could consume my API. I mean, it shows you how to apply authorization if you build it into the app. But I found various pieces of code that kind of said this is how you could do it, but it wasn't working. I couldn't get all the pieces to trigger it. It was very weird. Calling the API, set the API. You have to put all these different parts in the program.cs, and it was just not coming together. And I figured, you know what? After a couple of days of trying that, family came into town and all kinds of craziness happened. Last week or so has been busy. Finally, I got back to it today and I said, you know what? I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try to plug it into my React app, which again, I'm doing. The whole thing I'm doing right now is creating two apps simultaneously that do the same thing. One's in React and one's in Blazor, and I'm just going to see, how they come together, how close they are. It's going to teach me how. Again, I'm doing this as a learning exercise to both learn Blazor and learn React and Next.js. And so React Next.js is going to be one app, Blazor Server on the other app, and they're both going to use the same API that I created for authorization. So they're going to just go out, get the token, they're going to handle the token, and then and for everything that I implement into the websites, which will be completely different. Obviously, one's going to be using React and one's Next, and Next.js, and the other one's going to be using Blazor, all written, different in their own language. But the API is the only difference. And right now, I'm just trying to call that API. So I've written the code to set up, to apparently call this. Have to get it to actually function. But, first things first, figure out what I'm doing wrong with my call to my account here. Or I'm sorry, to my account, to my login page. So I got to this has got to get out of here. So, and the thing is too, I don't really need to return this token. I don't know why I'm doing that. I just need to call the method, but because really use AMG authorize is really just going to set the token. I am returning the token just so that I can say I got the token, but once you have it, I've already been authorized, right? I just need to make sure that once this is set, this value can pass, so it'll send me back to home. That is the idea. So says me. Okay, so I'm looking at the use effect possibilities. So I don't need to set a timeout. Location is when a value changes. So when does this trigger? Use effect on location, return items. Effect, callback triggers when location updates. See, I don't want it to trigger simply when... What's up?
Do you want Taco Bell?
Why are you craving Taco Bell? Sure, I mean, I
Do you
guess.
get any discounts through your app or anything? Or?
No, not unless it's some kind of deal going on. I mean, I have an app, I can look, but I don't think there's any, unless it's like any fast food place, right? So they're gonna have whatever they have. Oh, where's it at?
Oh, were you in training or whatever?
Well, yeah, I'm working on a task. I've been discussing it right now because at the moment I haven't figured out what the current issue is. Alright, and let's see. Rewards, checking, do I have rewards? Getting there.
Through 99 cents.
I know, keep buying at 99 cents a shot. Let's see, this just hits, order now. It's drooling on me? What the heck? My wife's drooling on me.
I'm thinking about the food.
What the heck?
I opened my mouth. Oh my God, sorry.
She really wants Taco Bell. It's just really hitting the spot. Don't miss our spin on street flavors. This is just what they $7 Lux Craving Box. Steal at $7. All these favorites in one box. The Lux Craving Box brings everything you're after. I don't know what's in that.
I don't know. I think you have to click on the order now.
Yes. Okay, so Lux Craving Box. You got a Chalupa Supreme, beefy 5-layer
that?
burrito, double stacked taco, and you can swap these items, I guess. But these two just you can customize these two.
Oh,
It's actually not too bad of a
it
thing.
is not, yeah.
It's $7. That's what it says.
That's, yeah.
It says $8.49 there, but.
Hmm. I've never had any of those things. I don't think.
Beefy 5-layer burritos, probably what, sour cream, cheese.
Probably.
Oh, it probably says on here. Okay, so it's got seasoned beef, cheese, beans, nacho cheese, and reduced fat sour cream. So yeah,
Are
I
we
would.
each gonna do a box or?
That's a lot of
That's
food.
That's a lot.
Seems like a lot, doesn't it? I mean,
It does,
the
but how big
chalupa-
are they?
They're not huge. This is a double stack taco, a beefy 5-layer burrito, chalupa supreme probably. I mean, I'd probably be fine with 2. We could probably do 2, I guess, and then just, if it's only $17, I guess it's not too bad. So,
So do yours and then I'll do mine.
okay, well, I'll customize the layer of this because I don't want any cheese or fat sour cream.
What? That's what makes it good.
Yeah, I'd rather just the regular. It has cheese. I'm just
Oh.
taking the nacho cheese
Oh,
sauce off. These are popular upgrades. There's really nothing. Do I want anything on there? I guess I could add. Nah, we have jalapenos. I can add it myself. Ooh, rice.
Mm-mm.
That'd be good. Let's throw some rice in
Don't, no upgrades. We're not paying more.
there. Okay.
Maybe you can swap out your chips and cheese for something.
Let's see what this is. Chips and nacho cheese sauce. Yeah, let's see. Oh, cinnamon twists and chips and guacamole. Chips and nacho cheese sauce. Chips and guacamole. Well, I guess I'll just leave it. I mean, cinnamon twists are
Yes.
probably okay, but let's see. Double stacked taco. Seasoned beef, fiesta strips, cheese,
What are
lettuce,
Fiesta strips?
and
Peppers?
don't know. Lettuce, cheese, Fiesta strips. I can't really tell what they are. No, they look like. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure they're fine. Beans, pico. Okay, so apply. And then what else?
Sure, you
I
get to
gotta
choose
customize that.
Oh.
3 cheese blend,
You don't
lettuce,
want some.
tomatoes. Oh yeah. And that's it, I guess. And choose. Let's. I don't know. Jeez. I got a lot of drinks.
Wow, yeah.
Tropicana, Mountain Dew, strawberry limonade. Classic Mexican stuff. Limonade. Premium hot coffee. Gatorade fruit punch. Guess I'll go with Gatorade fruit punch. Sure, why not? Okay. I think that's it. 8.49.
Hopefully it'll only be $7.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even if it's $1.50 more, I mean, it's still not a bad deal.
Okay, how do I do it again though? Because I don't want to change your order.
All right, so we just. Well, no, just do it again and hit add. Because it's already got one in the bag.
Okay.
So I'm thinking if you do it again,
Okay.
it'll.
Hopefully it won't change.
Hopefully
Okay.
it won't change. I guess you'll go there and there should be 2 if you do it
Yeah.
again, right? And if there's not 2, then I have to probably do it separately. I don't know how you would do it. And then when you're in the checkout, you just tell it which one you want.
Oh, did you see you could swap your chalupa for like chicken?
Well, what is it? What is my chalupa normally?
I guess you just customized it with beef.
That's fine. I'm okay with beef. I'll live with it. Okay. So we gotta take this out. That's gonna have to go.
Oh, there's smaller ones.
Smaller boxes?
Yeah.
With what, only 2 or something? I guess Lux probably means deluxe.
Yeah. Oh, that's a veggie. This one's a build your own cravings box. Yeah, it has 2 things. Boy.
Yeah, you'd probably be a 2 person.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this.
If I don't eat all 3 of mine, maybe Hallie or
So leave your. Okay.
Caden will eat it. Yeah, just leave mine alone. That's fine.
Choose your specialty. What's which?
Okay, I think I'm getting this here.
Have you had a cheesy gordita crunch? Crunch wrap supreme.
I feel like I've had the Gordita Crunch.
That looks like it has a soft tortilla around the hard tortilla.
Yeah, I've had that. And it was good, but like I said, that was the one that is like the hard tortilla that's inside the soft tortilla kind of gets soft. I mean, it tastes fine. It just doesn't have the crunch like you'd expect it to have. Because the hot tortilla kind of softens it. Because, you know, they usually steam the tortilla.
Mm.
So if you steam the tortilla to warm it and you put steamy tortilla around a crunchy object, that moisture's going to soften it. So unless you chow down on it the second you get it, it's going to be kind of, it's probably going to lose its crunch. Okay, so I'm going to do can I do that? Let's try this. I am going to see if I can trigger my API. The same way this guy's trying to trigger it. So we're going to go. Just put it up here, right? Sure. We're going to try tab constant use effect. Oh wait, nope. Nope, 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 nope.
Logos Taco is $3.99.
Use a wait. Oh, I can't do it that way. It's going to say no. Maybe I'm trying to do it too close to the way they're doing it. What's he doing here? He's okay, so he's got this fetch API function that he's doing up here. Use fetch my API equals location. I can't call use fetch my API in the event handler because it violates the rules of the hook. So, okay. So the way it's supposed to be getting called is he's not able to do this. Callback triggers when location updates. But,
Reward with this order.
huh?
He said you've earned a reward with this order.
Woohoo!
Okay, look at it.
Sounds good. All right, so that doesn't work because their fetch API is the function that essentially is what my function, my use AMG auth is. I'm calling my use AMG auth. I could potentially provide a value in it. I'm not sure how I would call that. All right, so but in their app, he's doing this. See, I want to do this. Constant blah equals blah. Pass location value to hook. But so what I need to do is potentially within my hook make it smart enough to trigger as an effect. So I need to go to my login. Now you can see I have my function here. And it sounds like I need to do something that has an effect, like use an effect on a hook. So I have, this is supposed to be email. Okay, well, there we go. That's only part of the problem. All right, so we got, it's a problem that's not yet manifested, but it was about to. Okay, so we got email and password. So what I need to do is I need to provide those to this. I don't even know why I didn't, because that's not going to do anything because I don't have them. So I need to do I need to pass a parameter. How do I pass my parameters to my hook? Man, it's like, this is why you got to do the work. You can't just be shown the work. How to pass parameter. I know it's just putting it in there, but it's syntactic. It's syntax that I'm thinking. All right. I don't care. Hooks. Is it good to pass? No, I don't want to do that. Functions, use params. Custom hook, accepting another hook. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. How to pass parameter to hook. Why isn't it just showing me dynamic routes and parameter passing in Next.js? Dynamic routes. Create a dynamic route. No, no, boo, no, it's not it. Let's go back to this. I think this might just have my answer. Because, oh, maybe not. So it's use authorize. Do I need... hooks in arguments in a function. I don't want to pass hooks. If I pass multiple parameters to use transaction hook, translation, okay, let's try this. Constant. Use translation. Here, groups and translations are both JSON files. What do you mean it doesn't work? How it doesn't work? Doesn't matter. When you pass use translation or use translation, are you passing groups translation on the server page? You are using use translation on? Server-side translation. After dig a little bit about this, I can enhance example code. Well, this is the call to it. What's the acceptance? All right, let's go back to my login page. I'm still, like I said, this is all new to me, so it's just slowly getting into my brain as I work my way around and learn to navigate this stuff and understand it. So I'm guessing I have to type, let's just do this, email, password. And let's see what happens if I just do that. Okay, and then we're gonna go here, and we're gonna do, oh, not there, but here, and we're gonna put a use effect, a use effect. So he's putting in this use effect. He actually did it here. Use fetch, alternative solution. So use effect. I got, oops, what happened? Did I put out my, yeah, okay, so I gotta put in a use effect here, which I would imagine is going to go on my login page here. So I'm gonna go here, and we're just gonna go constant use effect. Nope. Can I not use an effect? Use effect. All right, we're gonna constant. No, it's not a constant. That's why. It's just a use effect. Use effect. Equals. So we're just gonna try this. I don't know if this is a good way to do this. I feel like use effect I saw somewhere is not a best practice. But at the moment, I'm trying to figure out how just to get this to fire. So if there's another way, by all means, do tell me. I will. don't want to do a math random 2000 set. I don't want to do that. We're just going to go use effect. We're going to go and then comma, and we're going to say, oh wait, no, I don't do that. Comma. And we're going to base it on password. Password, sure. Oops. Square brackets. Square brackets. Password. And then we're going to go this, and we're going to semicolon it. Oh, yeah, I have to do, see, I don't want to do this set timeout, blah, 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 set items. Oh, do I have to say set items? It's probably, I probably have to have a piece where I'm actually setting the password. Constant login, set token, use router. Where is login used? So we're going to have email go here, password go here. This feels wrong. I do need to pass email and password, this is true. But I don't feel like use effect right here is the solution. Let's see what his alternative solution option is here. An alternative solution would be to rewrite your custom useFetch API hook to also return a callback to be invoked on demand in a click handler to do the fetch and update the list. Here is a simple conversion. Notice now the return fetch function consumes the location, not the hook call. Fetch function consumes location, constant. Location fetch equals location. Let's stimulate the API call with 2-second response time. I don't like that 2-second response time. Do I have to do that? Return items, location fetch, return state and fetch function. Export default function 8 app. Constant location select equals use ref null items location fetch equals use fetch API. Destructure state and fetch constant items location. I would rewrite your custom use fetch API hook to also return a callback to be invoked on demand in a click handler. Constant on button clicked. Constant select. Location fetch. Selected location. Constant location fetch equals location. See, the problem is this guy's hook isn't written as a function, so I'm having a little trouble lining these two thoughts up. Because it's not like his is just a constant, right? It's this blah blah blah, he's got whatever it does in here, and then he's doing stuff that calls it, but I'm using it as a function call. It's a function hook, and I'm trying to call it outside, but I was thinking it's pretty much the same, I would think. So I'm trying to do like he has it set up here because my function does similar, right? It's got the set items. My login has set token, use state, location. I've got constant router, use router. But I don't know why he's doing this stimulate response thing, or stimulate set timeout equals set items, location. Math random. He's just throwing something in there. I don't know what he's doing. Set timeout. He's basically what, checking every 2,000, every 22 seconds, 20 seconds? I don't know. So if we have C, so we have constant location fetch. Let's stimulate the API call with 2-second response time. Return state and fetch function. Return items. Location fetch equals location. C, and then down here he's got location getting set somewhere, because these are location 1 and 2, so they're getting set somewhere. Setting location, location fetch, which is way up here, and this is the selected location, which is whatever the currently selected location is. So when the button's clicked, I just need to say location select dot current dot value. I don't know, he's got options on his, so I would probably just pull whatever the value of the thing is. That would be password or whatever, or, you know, what I need to do is when it's clicked, trigger something that calls my authorize. That's all it's going to do, right? It's just going to call it. But I can't put it inside of a click event. It just seems like it's overcooked. I feel like this is overly complicated. Let's see. Call custom hook from click event. All right, trying to call custom hook from on click event. Okay, let's just do that. It's not the same one, right? No, okay. Put the active parts on the hook. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. What you want is probably something like this. Export default function, use logout. Okay. Use context, return constant logout CB equals use logout button. On click equals logout CB. Really? Can I do that? All right, well, let's try something like that. I don't know, that looks more friendly. Let's get rid of this thing. It looks more friendly. I don't know if it's more functional or not. So we're going to go here. We're going to try constant. And then we're going to say, what is it? We'll call it login user equals use AMG authorize, and then we're going to have email password, and if that does anything, we're going to go to my button click event, and we're going to go on click onClick equals squiggly bar. We're going to say login user. Squiggly. We're going to have to probably put something on here like I don't know how this is going to work though, but we're going to try. How would I do this though? Email, comma, password. No, that's not going to work. But on the upside, I'm trying something. I'm going to stop Foods here until next time. We'll get this working. And maybe I'll even click test and we'll show it next time.